few seconds, that's all it takes to change the future for women in sports. Young women are changing the way the game is played on the track and on the football field. It's part 2 of our series, Never Too Young. Lauren Williams, the 13-year-old who is called the fastest girl ever.
I like running the 100 and the 200.
ESPN says she's an athlete to watch, one that could change the sport. She's been nominated as Sports Illustrated Sports Kid of the Year, dubbed the Blur, and has clocked the fastest 100 meters ever by a preteen.
I started running when I was 7 years old. I ran my first meet when I was 5. I won my first meet. I like running because I like surrounding myself with my friends and just hanging out with them, and I just love the feeling track gives me.
If she continues to pick up speed, pros believe she will set new standards for track and field. Her speed secret?
I was taught at a young age how to focus and how to get things done.
This is really, in part, for her life what she's been called to do. And so we just nurture that.
To avoid burnout, this straight-A student practices just 3 days a week for 90 minutes. But that will pick up as she inches closer to the 2016 Olympics. To reach her dreams, it all comes down to time.
In the 100, I have to decrease it for about a second, and in the 200, about 2 seconds.
For Erin DeMeglio, it took just seconds to get in the history books. Erin became the first high school female quarterback to take a snap in the history of Florida varsity football.
I'm a girl, something like that, but I don't see it as that. I see it as someone just playing a game of football.
Varsity coach Doug Gatewood saw her skills while coaching her flag football team. He invited her to throw with boys, but never intended for her to play.
I said, well, Erin, you don't have any pads on. I understand it's a completely different game once you put a helmet and shoulder pads on. And she goes, well, okay, give me helmet and shoulder pads on.
Erin had already suffered a broken nose, concussion, and dislocated fingers playing basketball. On this field, she fit right in.
And they say, well, when she gets hit by a 300-pound defensive tackle, we'll see. But my running back weighs less than her.
I actually want to get hit in the game. It looks pretty fun.
The hits came, but not from the field. Bloggers questioned her ability, saying girls had no place on the field. Her teammates were quick to defend.
To me, I think they kind of jealous because she can actually hang with and play with the boys.
I see her as part of the family, and I don't like it when they talk about, the family.
Set, go, reach.
Erin is one of a growing number of girls to play high school football. More than 700 are playing in the U.S., while 500 girls have played for Florida teams. None have entered the game as quarterbacks until Erin.
I've coached 21 years, and I've seen a lot of kids. She could have started in a lot of scenarios that I've seen other quarterbacks at.
Erin's getting fan mail.
Erin's mom, Kathleen, hopes what her daughter is doing will change the playing field.
It makes me feel good because it makes me feel good for girls in the future.
But for Erin, the media hype is much ado about nothing. The senior has a 4.2 GPA, is enrolled in 3 college courses, basketball, football, and plans to play lacrosse. She still feels she has a lot to prove. Those few minutes were not enough.
I want to show like everybody that I can do more than that. I could throw a touchdown pass, I could do this, I can read defenses, and I could be as good as the boys can.
No doubt at all. And if Lauren and Erin aren't enough inspiration to get active, here's even more incentive. Studies show women and girls who participate in sports have higher grades and lower dropout rates. They have lower pregnancy rates and are less likely to use drugs, and they are more likely to become a college graduate. In part 3 of our series, Never Too Young, we introduce you to several teenagers who say they're fighting for equality for women, what they're working toward, and how they're making a difference. Still to come on Delmarva Life, Brian has already filled us in on the history of Return Day in Sussex County and what it's all about. But Brian, there's more.
That's right, Lisa. The horse-drawn carriages are a major attraction at the Return Day Parade. They carry both the winners and the losers of the election. Coming up, what it takes to get the coach and the horses ready for the big day. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. You're watching Delmarva Life. We will be right back.